Hello everyone. It finally arrived. After the mishap with the Telma deck that came instead of this one, I would recommend, if you're going on Book Depository, get the €17 one or the one that's slightly cheaper, because that one has the correct barcode number on the end that associates with Book Depository's directory of finding the orders and such. Excuse me. And yeah, and I'm really glad this is here because I was really confused about what's happening to the Dirty Palm. And they're like, oh, the Dirty Palm's gone, but this one's coming out and it's literally the Dirty Palm just like remastered in a way and under a different name. So I went, oh, I only just realised Radiant Wise Spirit is also RWS. Did anyone pick that up? Rider-Waite-Smith, Radiant Wise Spirit. Hey. But this is, I love this box. I always call these boxes top hat boxes because they just go top off. They're like top of the morning, top hat. So mine got a bit scuffed. I have no idea how, but mine must be a printing error. But mine is just cut at the top there. I checked all over. Oh Jesus! I checked all over the rest of it, and it's just the top. Yeah, it's literally just that one bit that was cut oddly, but other than that, it's fine. It's not too slippery. I'm going to say that because it's not as slippery as the Tarot de la Nuit by Lescarbeo, but there's the end cards. I'm just going to toss them in, and we'll go on to the little book before we game. And there's the lovely backing, the Dirty Palm backing. And if you want a little bit more in-depth kind of comparison and what's the difference with the Dirty Palm, what's the difference with what's it called, Pamela Coleman Smith, is it? I think the Coleman Smith one, and this one, the Hermit Cave, Simon has done a good few videos on those decks and how would you be able to decipher which one's which. So if you had all three, how would you know which one's which? He found out that if you count the back, so like if you count how many are down and how many across, that's how you know which one you have. So I will link those below or above depending on where I post this first. So if it's Facebook, it's above. If it's YouTube, it's below. Makes sense. So, or I'll put it in the eye in the sky or whatever it is. And the eye in the sky, the info card. Oh. But yeah, so we're going to get into this, and it comes with a very nice sturdy little book. There's no pictures in it because you don't really need it. But it comes in the usual Lescarbeo mouthful of bilingual pages. Bilingual. It's a bilingual book. But it does come with really nice spreads, actually, by the looks of it. Oh, I just saw them there. I like that they left the backings in the pictures. That's nice. Past, present, future, that makes sense. And then the Celtic cross, one card draw, and then it goes on to the pages and the stuff of that. So let's just read the intro of it. The tarot deck was created by Arthur Edward Waite and illustrated by Pamela Coleman Smith and was first published in 1909. Wow. See, I love tarot because there's so much history with it. It is the perfect tarot excuse me. It is the perfect tarot for any sort of reading, including divination, enlightenment, spirit, communication, guidance, and empowerment. Oh wow. Arthur Waite and Pamela Coleman Smith were both members of a highly secret and covert magical society operating in London. At the turn of the 20th century, the group named the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn was comprised of artists, writers, and intellectuals. They adapted Masonic rituals and systems to structure their supernatural work, including divination, scrying, and astral travel. This is interesting. Members of the group would study and demonstrate demonstrate in the Golden Dawn research and study materials including astrology, Kabbalistic theory, and tarot. Members would rise through a grading system, moving from neophyte, which is beginner, to magnus, and imsissimus, which is master. Wow, that's interesting. So it's literally a magic school. That sounds cool. I just had to read that a little bit because I always like to read the story bit. So this is literally the Dirty Palm, what I've been told in the Hermit Cave group. This is literally the Dirty Palm remastered, basically, and it's made into its own deck. So the Dirty Palm was literally the Pamela Cole Smith deck, but it's old printing, like its first ever printing, its first edition, I believe, and it had all these really thick, like, inked lines, and it was really, like, not too contrasted, but it had, like, a different tone to it, and it had, like, this ombre effect in the background, as you can see here on the Fool. And the Magician didn't have a red table. That's all I know. But this is made into its own deck, which is fantastic, so it means it's just easier to get for other people. So it's literally Pamela Cole Smith, just redone. So I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to scoot you up a bit, and now we can see. Don't have to zoom in or move the camera or iPad closer. Oh goodness. So here's the Fool. I haven't talked so much in so long, real quick, because just, oh my god. So anyway, there's the backing again that you were looking at. Beautiful. And there's the Fool. And I like it. I just like it. I don't mind the font. People were having issues with the font not being the Pamela's writing. I think it was Pamela's writing. But do you know what? It's not too big and it's not too small. It's like a Goldilocks size, because the art is what you want rather than the font. That's what I feel. But I love it. I actually love this, and I can't wait to start using it. I have another Rider-Waite-Smith. I'm just happy. I'm very picky when it comes to Rider-Waite-Smiths. I could not connect to the original, the classic one. We're going to call it classic. The one with the blue backing. I could not connect to it, so I gave that to a friend. And then I got the universal weight, and I connected that with just perfectly, because I don't know, maybe I connect with the art first, then use the deck. Oh no, I just love that one. And that is by the drawings are by Pamela Cole Smith as well. I might be just drawn to Pamela Cole Smith. And the recolouring is by Mary Hansen. Mary Hansen Roberts, that's another one. So this is the Fool. I'm going to just flip through, we all know this. And here's the Magician. Now, the Magician was the one that you can decipher which one was which if you found the old box of the Pamela, the Palm. The table is red in the new version, the new reprint, and the backing is just a solid yellow. Not this like kind of ombre effect that you can see there. Like, it's all dark here and it's going down, and it's like, it's lovely. I love this version. It's so nice. And there's the High Priestess. Look at that. So pretty. I love this Empress in both of them. Like the Universal, the Empress is just so, like, welcoming. Like, she looks like, do you want to talk, love? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like a mom. Do you know what I mean? She's the mother figure, so she's like, yeah, I want to talk about stuff. The Emperor. I love this. The bold lines. Oh, excuse me. The bold lines really do make him striking and such. A Hierophant. The Lovers. It's the minors that really get me. Chariot. Strength. The Hermit. The Hermit's another one. Like this beautiful ombre, and then he's like ombre'd. I say ombre. He's just shaded really well, and it's like this ombre effect. So I'm going to be saying ombre a lot, but it is like this kind of ombre, so it goes dark to light. Or if you actually look closely, it is very watercoloured in the background. Wheel of Fortune. Justice. The Hanged Man. The Death card is probably the ones that I iffy about, because there's so much dark colours in it that it looks like it's just been backwashed by these dark lines. But do you know what? It's still the Death card. Temperance. The Devil. The Tower. The Star. The Moon. Oh wow, I'm shocked, but this guy's purple. I just noticed that. What? And again, this kind of backwashed. I love it. This kind of dark to light colour of the sky. Sorry, the Sun. Judgment. The World. Whoops. The World. Now we're on to minors. And this is very Rider-Waite-Smith. There's only the aces have a title and the rest have numbers. So Ace of Cups. 2 and there's Cups. 3 of Cups. 4 of Cups. That 5 of Cups, wow, you can actually, like, I love this. It's shocking to think that there's shading on a black cloak, but it looks like there is, and you just see the dimension in it. It's those lines, they just do it. 6 of Cups. 7 of Cups. 8 of Cups, see? Like, there's this shading on the cups with those thick lines, and it's amazing. I'm not one for thick lines that much, because like there's a big contrast difference with the universal weight. Like it's all, you know, refined and like delicately coloured and coloured by hand and such. Like this is probably drawn by hand as well, just saying. But in this day and age, like this would be probably digitally remastered, just saying. But like I'll just grab a card from the universal. Well, like you can see, okay, we have the chart here, but like you can see like the colours and the lines are so delicate in this to actually appreciate can't talk today, the art of the card, whereas this one is just thick lines, and it's nice to see that sometimes, like just to see the like, yeah, this is a style, so what, it's fine. So yeah, and then we're on to what? That's the 8, yeah, I don't know why I thought it was 6. 9 of Cups. 10 Cups. The Page of Cups. I love this page because of the pastel kind of blues and pinks he's wearing, and I love it. Knight of Cups. Again, the Knight looks very clean, like he looks really clean. And then the Queen has like these thick lines. You can see like some of them have really thick lines and some don't. It just depends on the card, I presume. But there's the Queen. The King of Cups. Why did his face get me? It made me laugh. It's like he's seen things. Look, what's this? Look, it's like he's just there. Yeah, right there, love. Are you okay? I don't know why his face looks a bit petrified. That just got me. Oh, but okay, so we're now on to the Pentacles. So Ace of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. I'm trying to see which ones are the ones that were... Oh, they were at the start. So the ones that were damaged were the Ace of Cups to the 4 of Cups. They're the ones that had the cut. That was further on. I don't know why. So there's the 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, oh, 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, and the Page. The pages are really nicely done, I have to say. They're like this, they have this innocent kind of filter on them. The Knight of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles. She's not overly consumed by the black lines. That's nice. Now it's understandable the King would be, the King of Pentacles would be, because he's in a black cloak covered in grapes. So, but still very straightforward, and I love that. As I say, Age of Wands. Page of Wands. Ace of Wands. I haven't had my coffee yet. So if I didn't do this now, I wouldn't do it. 2 of Wands. 3 of Wands. 4 of Wands. 5 of Wands. 6 of Wands. 7 of Wands. 8 of Wands. 9 of Wands. 10 of Wands. Page of Wands. Again, Page, very innocent looking, and I like it. Knight of Wands. Queen of Wands. Again, she's not too consumed by the black lines like the Queen of Cups. I don't know what was happening there. King of Wands. This is the suit that wasn't that consumed by black lines. Swords now. Ace of Swords. 2 of Swords. The 3 of Swords is the one that got me. I love this bold line around the heart. And it's just so dark. Yet it's really light. And I don't understand it. And I just drew into that artwork. That was brilliant. 4 of Swords. I need to say Wands. 5 of Swords. 6 of Swords. 7 of Swords. 8 of Swords. 9 of Swords. 10 of Swords. Page of Swords. He's very aggressive. What's up with this? He looks very angry. And Knight of Swords. Again, he's a bit consumed by the black lines, but I love it. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is what this deck is known for. Queen of Swords. And then the King of Swords. And there's the backing. Now we're going to do a quick shuffle. See how they shuffle. I'm going to be careful with the ones that are cut wrong. Yeah, they shuffle fine. They don't seem to stick up. Oh, they do a bit, but not that much. Like when you do that shuffle. Yeah, they seem to be cut really rushed. I don't know what it is. Like, they just have this, like, you know when you cut paper, or not paper, when you cut cardboard and it has like that weird like fuzzy edge. I say fuzzy, but it's like that edge where they it's not quite clean, if that makes sense. It's like done with a really crap scissors. This might be just my one, but yeah. But the thing is, now you can actually tell which one is which. Oh, anyway, we're gonna shuffle them. Oh, 7 of Cups in reverse. Judgment. I'll do 3 cards. With Tarot I do 3. And the 9 of Cups. Okay, now I'm going to get my book here so I can read reverses. I'm trying to learn reverses a bit more. So, 7 of Cups in reverse. Liners. Daydreaming. A daydreams interfere with life. Escapism and delusion. So, you're kind of in this like fantasy state, thinking everything will go fine. I'm just going to sit here and let everything happen for me. But clearly that's not the case. I want to see what that's about. It's about family, and we have the Ten of Cups in reverse. Ten of Cups in reverse. My goodness. It's a good way to practice is use a book that has reverses in it. I'm using just the manga. The Mystical Manga Tarot book, and it's really good. It's a good way to familiarise yourself with a book that comes with a deck. Just a side note. Now we're on to Cups. So, 10 of Cups in reverse. Showing a false front, family arguments, broken promises and vows. That does make sense. If you are in a daydream phase, you're like, yeah, this is all what's happening. And then behind closed doors, it's another story. With Judgment, that urge you are feeling, that big wonderful thing you are thinking of doing, do it. Don't question it, because you know it comes from the purest and best part of yourself. So if you want to break this cycle, you know what to do. Like, you know what to do to break this. And then your wishes come true with the 9 of Cups here. Like, clearly something comes out. I want to see is that. And we have the Page of Cups up, right? So that shows you that it's something to do with emotions. Or you're learning something here. And we have dive into the experience, but do so with open eyes. Find the balance between celebrating your open heart and keeping it safe. So that makes sense, because you feel like you have to be in this daydream phase to ignore what's happening right in front of you, with your family matters and all that stuff. And then you know what to do to break that. You know what to do to break this cycle. And then your wishes, everything comes to light when your wishes come true and you embrace this new openness, because you kept all this hidden, so you're now open about it. You're like, yeah, my family aren't perfect, so what? Makes sense. So I'll leave that there, guys. I hope that you enjoyed that. I'll leave that there, and I'll see you all next time.